Okay, previous class we have to discuss about that deletion. So deletion and previous and differences also, and but what type of differences you have to discuss, and rollback, um, truncate and delete and drop, and these are all differences also we have to discuss. So how to function in SQL, and these type of differences also we have to discuss about in this. And today topic is the TCL. Today topic is the TCL. So this TCL command is a different type of commands it can be having. That commit, and rollback, rollback, and finally save point. So these are all different type of commands it can be having that TCL actually. And previous we have to delete it, and this type of Swarna 9 table and edge EDZ1. So here let us check about that. It is data, it is available in the EDZ and Swarna 9. So here just you have to check about that. Select star from EDZ1. EDZ1. So here it's already available EDZ1. So different type of columns is there, but data it is not available. This EDZ1. So and another table also just once you have to check out. One moment. Right. So and Swarna also just you have to put, and another table also. Select a star from Swarna 9. Swarna 9. Lakshman, it is audible.
Audible.
Okay. So Swarna 9 also, it is a copy from the Edge one. So in that's why this Swarna 9 also it can be having different type of fields. So here the table structure is available, but the data it is not available. So why? Because we are deleted. So when you are deleting that table, the data it can be deleted, but that structure it can be it cannot be deleted. So this type of tables you have to uh, retrieve the data. For suppose unwantedly you have to delete it, but the data you have to retrieve. So on that purpose, just you have to use that rollback. See here, rollback. So in that purpose only you have to use that rollback. So that command it can be executed rollback complete. Rollback complete. So that complete, how can you decide, how can you confirm the data it can be retrieved? So in that purpose, just you have to use that data checking purpose. You have to use select star from EDZ1. Yes, data is retrieved. And what about Swarna 9? In that table also, just you have to check out from Swarna 9. So in that table data also retrieving the data. So that is the use of that rollback. So here we are already discussed that DDL functions. DDL functions. What type of functions we have that for the deleting for the draw. One is the draw, and truncate, truncate, and delete. So these type of deletions we have to discuss in DDL function, and DML also we have to discuss about that delete and temp delete. So these type of functions we have to discuss in that TCL purpose. From the using of the TCL, it can be having the very most important actually. So how much of the dangerous of this deletion and truncate and draw, and these are all things we have to discuss. But this is a very useful to us, this rollback. Why? Because unwantedly, if you want deleted from this table data, so in that purpose you have to use this rollback. That is a very most useful to us. And in the TCL commands, and two more one more command also is there, that is the commit. Commit is a very most important actually. Sorry for that. Commit. So this commit is the very most important actually. Commit. So here just you want to select a star from EDZ1. EDZ1. So here table and data also it is available already. Once you have to check out, and here just you have to delete from EDZ1. Oh, sorry. Yes, spelling mistake it is there. Yes, 8 rows, 9 rows deleted. So here, see, here just you have to use the commit. Before the commit, you have to delete it from this table data. Then you have to commit. Commit. So why you are using this commit? Uh, in the sense, here that commit means I am saving. We cannot roll back. I am saving. So what you have to saving from my table data deleted. When I am using that rollback, it cannot be retrieve the data. To whom to delete or to whom to use that from my table data if they are using that rollback command, so they cannot be retrieve the data. On that purpose, or also on that purpose you have to use that commit. So here just you have to use that commit. How it can be functioning, just you have to see here, commit completed. Here just you have to use that rollback. See here, rollback completed, but the data, if it is retrieving or not, just you have to check out. How can you check out that? Select star from EDZ1. reject one. See once. So here it cannot be retrieved. Clear, Lakshman? Lakshman, did you understand?
Clear.
Yes.
So commit means,
Commit
yeah,
means,
once again, please tell me what is the definition of the
commit in the sense,
So what is the definition of the commit and the rollback?
okay, rollback in the sense you have to retrieve the data, what you have to delete it from your table data. So after the deletion of that from your table, just you have to recollect the data from your table. That is the use of rollback. Here, commit. Before the commit, what you have to execute from your table. Yeah, execute command and in the sense, if you delete the data, or if for example, if you want to delete it one row only, one record only, one thing only. So if you want to drop something, if you want to what is that, actually drop a truncate something, so that functions, it can be executed from your table on the data. But another person from your database, um, so what it can be deleted, so that is important, for example, for your thing, for your thinking. So on the time, so though that person, if they are what you have to delete it, and that much of information, I have to know that what type of data he want to delete it. So that much of information, they have to be knowing. So on the time, if that person, they have to be using that rollback, then automatically what you have to delete it, the data, it can be retrieved from your table. But here in the from your table, you have to delete it something, or you have to delete it some row, or you have to delete it some record. Then you have to use that commit. Then other person, if they are using this rollback, it cannot be retrieving anything. Clear?
Clear.
Hmm. That is a very important actually. So this security purpose, you have to use this rollback. Sorry, what is that? Commit. Commit in the sense, this type of information, this much of information, I want to commit. No need to any other functions, other persons, they cannot be applying from my table. So that commitment purpose, you have to use this commit. Whenever using this commit, you cannot you cannot retrieve from any other tables. So in that purpose, you have to use this commit. So whenever using this commit, this rollback cannot be applying from your any table. Clear, Lakshman?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, right. So that is the utilization of um, rollback and a commit. And one more thing is there, that is the save point. Third one, TCL is the save point, and third one is the commit and rollback, and finally save point. So this save point actually, this save point, so it is actually, it is used to take the backup, from your table, so in that much of only you have to use that save point. So actually this save point, they cannot be using any any testers, and any other person, they cannot be using this save point actually. So whenever using this save point, so that backup purpose, it can be taking lot of time. So that's why developers only, they have to be using this save point. Whenever you using this save command, whenever you're using this save point command, so so here data, entire data, it can be take the backup. In that purpose only you have to use, don't use and until and till you don't use this one. Why? Because in previous lot of tables, and we have to create it, and we will have to practices and so much of table and records, and these are all things. And that's why whenever using the save point, then that backup purpose, it can be taken in a lot of time. That's why I'm not using this save point. Clear? And and DCL, and one more thing is there, DCL. So this DCL purpose, you have to use grant and revoke. So this type of commands only administrators, database administrators. We already discussed that DBA, database administrators only. They have to be using in this SQL databases. So that's why the DCL commands also, the developers or testers, they cannot be using that grant and revoke. So here actually TCL, sorry, what is the DDL purpose? You have to use that create and previous and CADTR. So truncate, remove, delete, and create, and these are all things we are already discussed. And DML functions, DML functions, UID. So this type of functions, what is that? Update, update, insert, insert, and delete, and delete. Yes, and delete. So these functions we have to discuss about that DML and TSCL, TCL also. What is that? Commit, rollback, and these are all things we are already discussed. And only save point only, they have to be using only DBA, database administrators only. And DRL functions also is there. In that DRL functions, they have to using that select. So the select only, the DRL function select is the very most important. On this select command, we have to discuss minimum up to 10 days. It can be 10 days will it can be, you have to discuss on that select command. This is the very most important from the developers and the testers and database administrators, and each and every person, they have to be using that DRL function, is that select command. So based on that select command, the number of commitments and number of commands and the number of utilizations, you have to in that database management system. So this is a very most important actually DRL function. And the DCL also is there. So that a DCL function, it can be having that grant command and revoke. So, and these are all functions also utilizing that DBA, database administrators, and here developers and administrators and testers and each and every person, if they are accessing from your database, and if they are testing, and if they are creating, or if they are identifying, So those purpose they have to be using this on this select command. So that much of importance of the DRL function. That is a very most utilizations. So let us discuss about that DRL function. This is the very most important, and that's why based on our career and based on our future and each and every developers and kind of this kind of select command they have to be utilizing. Without the utilizing of this select command they cannot be doing any job from developers or testers and administrators. So that much of importance can be having that DRL function, select function. So this DRL is select statement is used to read the table data and uh, return result as output. Result as output. So this DRL is select statement. It is used to read the table data and return result. So whenever using this select command, it can be read that table data, what you have to asking from your table. So that result, it can be as a output. That is a abbreviation of that DRL and syntax. Syntax, what is that syntax? Order of DRL uses select column 1, column 2. So how many columns we have to select it? A number of columns we have to select it. That's why column n. So and next you have to use that from table. So where you have to select it, these columns from your table only. And if you want to filter from your table, then you have to use the where command. This is the condition purpose. You have to use this command, where command. Condition purpose, you have to use this where command and group by. This is the class purpose. You have to use this group by. Class purpose, we have to use this group by command. This select commands, it is very important, and each and every person should be you should be know that. So how much of uses and these are all things, and having class also, having class and order by. So this much so here select command up to select from this order by, and these are all things you have to use the structure of select statements. These are all structure of select statements. So we are calling that. So how can you prepare that select command? That is the very most important. And here select to order by this type of things statements, the structure of select statements. So each and everything you have to discuss on this class. So let us start our select command. How can you prepare that select command? So here for example, select star from select star from and Swarna 9. This table is available. So here, okay. Yes, table is available. Here, column 1. This column 1, you have to using that star actually. This star, what is the meaning of that star? All columns. All columns. That is the meaning of that star actually. So here, so you have to select star in the sense from this table, we have to select all records, all columns. So in that purpose only you have to use this star. No, I don't want all columns. I want single column. So on that purpose, just we have to use this select. For example, here the column name is there. That is the ID and the name and name. So that columns only you have to require. So then from Swarna 9. So that columns only you have to require. So see here, it can be available only ID name. So that visualization purpose, that output purpose only you have to use in this select command. If you want, if you want to require from these columns only, so you have to visualize these columns only. What about other column? So that location column is also is available from your table. But whenever you calling from this ID and name columns, what about that other column? That column it is deleted? No, that column it is also in backend. It's available, but that visualization purpose only you have to using this select command. That is the thing. And previous up to you have to discuss that creating the records and creating the add the columns and deleting the table and how to roll back and how to commit. These are all the inside of the table, but here visualization and what type of records you want, that much of information only it can be given there as a output. So that purpose only you have to using this select command. So that's why, so that type of filtering and that type of grouping and that type of order, and these are all things we have to discuss. So this is the very most important. So this type of outputs, um, whenever you practice, definitely you have to do the from your job. That's why each and every person he should be learn on behalf of that select command. Right? And here one more select you have to use, and here select ID and name. So here some of the filters you have to use from Swarna 9, and here you have to use this where filter. The filter purpose you have to use this name. So actually this name equal to what is that name? Education. No, Oracle, for example. Oracle is there. So whenever you represent in text content within the single quotation, within the single quotation only, you have to mention. See here, single quotation. Without the single quotation, it cannot be identified from your database. And that's why, see here, See here, the number of records, 9 records, it's available from your table. But so what type of and how much of records you want, that's totally depending on where condition. This is the condition purpose you have to use this. If you want to use any condition, that condition you have to use from your table based on this where condition. This is the very most important actually from your table. So how much of records and what type of records you want, that records condition you should be mention on this where command where condition. So that first you have to mention where it is located, that record, where it is located, that name column, that name column. In that name column, what is that name actually? Oracle. So that select, it can be read, should be goes to name column. Then where it is that oracle, that oracle name, it can be whenever it is identified from this name, then automatically that output as a available on that screen. So see here, the data it is there or not. Select star from Swarna 9. See, the data is there. Only Oracle record is one record is there. So in that's why in this name field name, here only one Oracle is identified, and that's why it can be given a one record. If you want using this education, though here 1, 2, 3, 4, four rows is there. So that much of data it can be reading from the select command. See here, once again, just you have to try about that select. Um, so here you want to use this. Don't want again you have to take, and here just you have to use that Oracle. Sorry, education. Just you have to, yes, see here. And previous only one record it's available in your from your table, but here the 4 records is available from your condition, So each and every time that where condition, sorry, select condition, it can be read from your Swarna table based on this name. So name, it can be coincident with which rows it can be equal that name, what you have to mentioning that condition, that much of data it can be available. That is the one type of filtering. Clear, Lakshman?
Yeah, clear.
Clear. Lakshman.
Mm.
అది అంటే in up to until onwards and previous how to records maintenance and how to insert the data and how to drop the data, delete the data, and table maintenance purpose you have to use, and these are all functions, different type of DML and DRL and TCL and DCL, DDL, and these are type of functions only. um, and senior testers and senior developers, they have to be accessing from those are all commands. But here each and every developers and tester also, based on this select command only, they have to be doing, and moreover number of jobs based on this select command only. Whenever you well known that select command utilization, then you have to work and good work actually. So you have to get the impression from your heads and team leads, and and uh, and next topic actually arithmetic arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations. This is a very most important topics actually is involved in this arithmetic operations. These arithmetic operations and two type of based on this data, two type of arithmetic operations are available. So first one is for example here two type of database, two type of databases.